Hello everyone. In this lesson, you are going to be provided a brief introduction to Khmer sentence structure, and afterward, you are going to learn how to make sentences with verb to be in Khmer. You will be happy to know that Cambodian grammar is actually quite simple. The grammar usually follows a subject, verb, object, sentence structure. However, there are no articles the like in English. Now, let's move on to talk about how to use verb to be, starting with the positive sentences. To be in Khmer is chia, and the formula is subject plus chia plus object. For example, ខ្ញុំជានិស្សិតអនុបណ្ឌិត So literally, I am student masters. As you can see, article is not used in the sentence structure. So we have subject ខ្ញុំ verb to be ជា and និស្សិតអនុបណ្ឌិត as the object. So one more time. ខ្ញុំជានិស្សិតអនុបណ្ឌិត How about question sentences? How do we make interrogative sentences with ជា Here is the rule. Usually, question sentences with ជា are ended by the word អ្វី which means what, or មែនទេ which means right. And regardless of the form, the subject, verb, object, sentence structure remains the same. Let's have a look at some examples. នេះជាអ្វី Literally, this is what. So we have this as the subject pronoun, followed by ជា and what in this case is the object. So នេះជាអ្វី The second example. នោះជាកាបូបមែនទេ នោះ is the subject pronoun. ជា is the verb, followed by the object កាបូប and មែនទេ is put at the end in order to form the question sentence. នោះជាកាបូបមែនទេ Next, you are going to learn how to make negative sentences with ជា មិនមែន is commonly used with ជា to form a negative phrase, and simply you just put មិនមែនជា in between the subject and object in the sentence. For example, នេះមិនមែនជាកាបូបទេ So we have the subject pronoun នេះ plus មិនមែនជា plus កាបូប which is the object. Another example is គាត់មិនមែនជានិស្សិតទេ So គាត់ is the subject plus មិនមែនជា to form the negative sentence plus និស្សិត which means university student. គាត់មិនមែនជានិស្សិតទេ Remember that te is used as a final particle in a negative phrase, and you are going to learn more about it in the later session. There are, however, a few exceptions you need to remember when using chia. First of all, do not use chia when telling or asking for a name. For example, ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះសុផា So, do not say ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះជាសុផា Instead, simply follow the structure shown above, which is ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះសុផា The second example, លោកឈ្មោះអ្វី Literally, you name what? Lok is a polite form when speaking to a man. Away means what? So you just say Lok chmuh away without using chia in the sentence. The second exception is that chia is also not used between a word and a modifier. Let's look at the example number 1. Lan ni thom. Literally, car this big. So you do not say Lan ni chia thom. Instead, just say Lan ni thom. Second example, ភាសាខ្មែរស្រួល which means Khmer language is easy. Chia can actually be used in sentence structures with modifiers only if it is used in the standard subject, verb, object sentence structure as shown in the following examples. នេះជាឡានធំ នេះ is the subject, ជា is the verb, and ឡានធំ which means big car, is the object. Again, នេះជាឡានធំ Just a little note for everyone here to recall what you have learned about modifiers in Khmer. Unlike English, a modifier comes after the word it modifies. Like the phrase lan thom above, thom, which modifies the word lan, stands after the noun. Here is another important use of to be, which is no longer translated as chia, but no and no I, and they are equivalent to the words to be at, to live at, to live in, or at. An example of the first meaning of no is ខ្ញុំនៅផ្ទះ which means I am home or I am at home. Another meaning is to live at or in. For example, ខ្ញុំនៅរដ្ឋ Ohio. Literally, I live in state Ohio. No I, which means at, is used in the last example here. តើគាត់នៅឯណា which is literally he at where